Another shark movie. You know I can't resist this crap. The second I see a poster with a shark underneath a plane wreck, my brain doesn't say, Rob, this is going to be terrible. Oh, no. My brain says, yummy, yummy, dinner time, another shark movie. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I am Rob, and deep water. Not many people are talking about this one, and I'm not going to give you spoilers, but this one is worth the watch. We've got a shark movie that came out in 26, and it's worth the watch. So if you don't know what this movie is about, Deep Water is about a group of international passengers. They're flying from Los Angeles to Shanghai until a cargo fire forces the plane to make an emergency landing in the middle of shark-infested waters. And from there, it becomes a survival movie where the passengers have to work together, deal with injuries, panic, personal bullshit, and of course, the ocean's angriest swimmers. Oh yeah, that's the sharks. Now, what surprised me straight away is that this isn't your usual bargain bin shark movie opening. There's no random bikini girl or swimmer getting mauled in the first 2 minutes. We don't have an opener like that this time. And that's a traditional opener for a shark movie. That screams shark. This actually takes its time. The plane crash is actually surprisingly decent. The cargo fire, the panic, the injuries, the crash itself, it's dramatic. They try and make it dramatic. They try and make it scary. They try and make it visually exciting. And honestly, it's filmed pretty well. You can tell what they're trying to do is make another non-Jaws ripoff. So we're not getting a Jaws ripoff that they're trying to make like all these other B-grade movies. And for the most part, even though we didn't get that opening traditional kill, I kind of appreciated the story. This isn't a movie where cardboard characters float around, just wait there, becoming dinner for the sharks. There's actually a story here. The characters have their own personal drama, their own baggage, and their own reasons to either help each other or be complete pains in the ass. They're the ones that we want to see eaten. Now, Aaron Eckhart is solid as always, but I'm not going to lie, the entire movie I kept thinking, why the hell does he sound like Harvey Dent? Is he about to give a motivational speech on a sinking plane? It's not a complaint, it's just one of those things you notice and then you can't unhear it. All I heard was Two-Face from him, but he did a solid job. Ben Kingsley is also in this, and honestly, it's always good seeing Ben Kingsley pop up. The bloke could read the instructions off a microwave meal and somehow make it sound important from that voice that he's got. Appreciated him in this movie as well, so that's when you know it wasn't completely B-grade. We've also got a few Aussie actors in here as well, which was cool to see, kind of. Madeline West from Neighbours turns up, and look, cheers for the American accent, mate, but it was definitely an accent. It was fucking horrible, okay, Madeline? It was horrible. It was a horrible accent. It was bad. Bad. You should have just played an Australian, not an American. It didn't work. It was fucking brutal. And Angus Sampson, fuck bro, that American accent was also rough. That was very, very rough. But I did like his character. He plays his stereotypical asshole type pretty well. And in a survival movie like this, you need at least one prick floating around making everything worse. So now that's good. He's annoying. That's what you want. That's what you want. It pissed me off sometimes because his accent was just too American. He was trying to talk like this. He was really trying to talk bad. It was no good. No good. No good. Now here's the thing that might annoy some people. It takes about 50 minutes before we get some bloodshed of the sharks. We get bloodshed, of course, from the plane wreck, but shark bloodshed. And normally for a shark movie, I'd be sitting there going, where's the bloody sharks? I didn't come here for fucking group therapy on a flotation device. But weirdly, I didn't mind it here for some reason. Maybe because of all these bad movies, you start to appreciate just having a story in this bad shit at the start of all these mega sharks. But the movie keeps you engaged enough with the plane crash, because plane crashes fascinate me on film. The injuries, the tension, the characters, they're all trying to survive, and it's not perfect. It is not perfect, but it moves enough to stop you from checking the runtime every 5 minutes to say, how long have I fucking got to go with this shit? But once the sharks show up, I started having fun, man. The sharks look pretty good. Most of the time. We'll say 70%, 75%. Some shots look a bit dodgy. You got a few moments where you go, why did you leave that fake looking shaking shark in there? You're just like, oh no. Because these other scenes of the sharks looked great. And then they'll leave a couple of CGI ones in there that you're like, oh, why did you leave that in there? It could have been real good. But overall, they're not oversized, stupid monster fucking sharks, mega fucking Godzilla sharks that are freaking jumping out of the water or fucking someone riding on the back of a shark. We're not getting any of that crap. They're trying to keep it realistic here. They're just sharks, and I liked that. The attacks are fun. Some of the bite wounds are genuinely look brilliant. So like, well done, clap, clap, pat yourself on the back, makeup artist that did the wounds for the shark bites, for some of the shark bites that people get away from. They look great. Some of those bite marks on the legs and arms and stuff, they look fantastic. Well done to the friggin' who did the makeup. I love that old school makeup, and some of those wounds look nice and juicy and red and bloody and meaty. Now, is it realistic all the way through? No. Let's not get carried away here. It attempts to be realistic. And I said attempts. It's not all chips and gravy. There's definitely a few silly moments, a few fake looking effects, and some dialogue that lands in the same way that the plane lands. So the dialogue is very 50-50. Some of it works because it keeps telling the story and keeps moving it forward, but some of it feels like survival movie bingo. You know the type. We all have to work together. We're not gonna make it. Someone needs to do something. Yeah, mate, no shit. You've got fucking sharks circling you in the ocean while you're on a stupid little floating device. But even with that, I was still entertained for some reason. And the final act, I actually enjoyed it. There are some good moments, there's some decent tension. The movie does build to a pretty satisfying outcome. It doesn't reinvent the shark movie reel, this film, but it also doesn't completely embarrass itself. And basically in this genre, that's a Medal of Honor. I went into deep water expecting very little, very little. Another shark movie, another plane crash, another group of people waiting to become wet chicken nuggets. But honestly, I quite enjoyed it. It's not a masterpiece, and it's not touching Jaws, and it's not even trying to be that, okay? But as a survival thriller with sharks added into the mix, it does enough right for me to be worth a watch. Again, the plane crash is good, the cast is decent, the shark action is fun when it finally arrives, the wounds look great. Realistically, this is probably a 5.5 out of 10 realistically. But because I enjoyed myself, and because this shark stuff gets my weird ocean flavored juices flowing, and because I'd watch it again down the line, I'd probably even buy this. I'm giving Deep Water a blood popcorn rating of 6 out of 10 blood popcorns. And that is a fair score for this film. I really do think so. Definitely check this out if you're a shark tragic like me. Yeah, it's probably more of a 5.5, but I really enjoyed it because I've watched so many bad shark movies lately. It actually put a smile on my face while I was sitting there and enjoying this film. I am recommending it, but don't expect a masterpiece. Please don't expect a masterpiece. Expect plane crashes, panic, dodgy accents, hey, decent shark bites, good looking sharks, bad looking sharks, and enough floating chaos to make you think twice about flying over the Pacific Ocean. And as always, I watch this shit so you don't have to, especially shark movies, but I know you probably still will, and I recommend that you do. But like, subscribe, and make sure you do that main one thing for me. Say hi to your mum for me, and I will be back next review that I do. Otherwise, check out Talking Shit About Movies, our podcast with myself and Adzi. We do that every Saturday. Check that out. Until then, see you.
Blood popcorn, watching movies for you.